You've probably noticed a downturn in activity here over the past year. No more podcasts or reviews, fewer lengthy fan edits, shorter animations, less updates on the Grandma channel, and still no dang Wario Part 3. And honestly, there's more than one reason for all of that. If you know me in real life or well enough on Twitter, Discord, and the like, you know that I've added a lot to my plate over this year. An additional retail job on top of my main office one that was, as of writing this, still in the middle of the holiday/New Year's rush. An occasional third job walking and caring for doggos. Continued work on the WarioWare Gold Reanimated collab. And an increased focus offline on studying and practicing not just drawing and animating, but script writing and storyboarding as well, particularly with the first full episode of Spacious, which is definitely my biggest passion project right now. Attempts to juggle more than this at the same time have resulted in burnout and a lot of stress, fatigue, and just general exhaustion, both physically and mentally. Thankfully, the holiday rush is starting to die down with the end of the year, and this week I'm going to have a lot more time to breathe outside of work, meaning both more rest and getting more personal work done. So first, regarding the Grandma videos, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that I've still been seeing Mimi and watching plenty more movies, and have even recorded 3 full viewings with her, as well as a follow-up Smash Brothers video where she names the fighters announced after that original video, as well as several assist trophies and skins. But on the movie side, of those 3 recorded ones I mentioned, one is a movie iconic for its depiction of summer, so at this point I'd rather save it for that season, while the other 2 are from a trilogy that we've been consecutively watching and we're hoping to wrap up in January, and honestly I'd like to have all 3 of those recorded, both before making a promo for that whole series, and so I can get to work editing them and knowing there won't be any long waits or delays before she watches the follow-up. Now the bad news, and on a more personal note, is that not only has my busier schedule made it harder to plan meets with her, but Mimi's also had a tough year. Something came up that's a bit more pressing than watching movies. She consulted her doctor in the spring due to some constant body aches, and afterwards she had to go through a lot of medicine and heavy rest throughout the year due to the bone issues causing them. Now thankfully she's pretty much fully recovered from it by this point. The doctors still want her to take it easy till next summer, but she's been her usual active and happy self since around the fall. But obviously that initial patch basically put movie viewings on hold for a good 4 months. I think we even start the first trilogy video saying this is the longest we've gone between saying we're going to watch this and actually watching it.
This is the longest we've ever set up a movie watch, isn't it? But
Why, yeah.
well, life happens.
So much going on.
Yeah.
So we're aiming to watch the last movie in that trilogy in January, at which point we'll whip together a trailer and get to work on editing the first one. I'm also going to hold off on the Smash Brothers follow-up. And I'm waiting for the last fighter from Challenger Pack 1 to drop, just so I can do a quick naming session with her on that one, because God knows how many people were asking where K. Rool and Isabelle were with the original. I'm not making that mistake again. Sketch Watch Play, the podcast, is still on hold until next spring at the earliest, since I still have a lot of more pressing things to attend to, and both planning and editing episodes of that show is a huge time sink. It never gets as many hits here as the other recurring stuff, so I doubt it's many subscribers most want anything to return, but it's still worth mentioning. And okay, finally, I've probably made this apology in the past, but it's worth saying again. I'm super, super sorry that the last part of WarioWare Toon 7 has been taking so long. To make a new episode after years of teasing, but leave the last chunk of it up in the air for almost a year now, yeah, that's shitty, and I understand everyone who's frustrated about it. But I've gradually started getting more and more time away from everything I've already discussed to sink more time into that last part. And early next year, I expect to release it, along with a compilation that seamlessly combines all of 3 parts into one full, episode you can watch in one go, and an alternate version of that with a commentary to make up for lost time and, as part of the apology. And that's about it. I'm still plugging away on a ton of things, both here and in real life, and again, I'm really sorry for the delays or radio silences on certain things because of that. But I want to thank everyone again for your continued patience and support, and wish you happy holidays, happy new year, happy new decade, and see you when I see you.
3 plus 3 divided by the square root
plus tangent minus b over a multiplied and divided by m plus 3 times y
equals 8.